Yes, and that was actually my next question, because Netanyahu is doing it in coalition with America. Of course, you know the famous story about the perfect red heifer that's been breeded in order to be sacrificed in Al-Aqsa Mosque. Those cows are actually breeded in United States, in Texas, in evangelistic farms. And this August, at the beginning of the month, they had like a rehearsal burning of the perfect red heifer. In the same month, we had Smotrich or some other guy from Israeli government who went to pray in Al-Aqsa, although it's forbidden for Jews. And I have to ask you, if the war spreads, are they going to bomb Al-Aqsa because of their plan to bring up the Armageddon? Because it looks like they're heading that way.
I have always held the view, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I've held the view that Al-Aqsa Masjid will be destroyed by a convenient earthquake. And so they say, you can't blame us for it. It's an act of nature. But whatever it is, they will have to destroy Masjid al-Aqsa in order to build the temple. The Messiah that they consider to be the Messiah who will come, cannot declare himself, I am the Messiah from Jerusalem, unless and until the temple is rebuilt. So, but I think that's one of the last things that they will do, to destroy Masjid al-Aqsa. But the Great War which is coming is more important. That Great War can be triggered, I hope I'm wrong, when it is clear that Ukraine is losing the war and Ukraine is close to collapse. Then in order to save face, in order not to face the embarrassment of having Russia winning the war, they can trigger off the Great War. If that is so, then we probably have less than a year or 2 years left before the nuclear war takes place. Maria, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but I have to explain to you, this is a possibility. I'm not afraid of the Great War. I'm not afraid to die. Any pious Christian or pious Muslim or pious Jew who is not afraid to die, because life and death are in the hands of the Lord God. Ask any pious Jew, he'll tell you, we're not afraid to die. Ask any pious Christian, he'll tell you, so too with the Muslim. We are not afraid to die. If the Lord God has written death, we accept it. What is important is what comes after the Great War. And our prophet has said, and his is a solitary voice, no one else has said this in all of history. Only Prophet Muhammad, Allah's blessings be upon him, he said that 7 years or 7 months after the Great War, a Muslim army will conquer Constantinople. Since he used the name Constantinople, I can use the name Constantinople because that's the Sunnah. You can change the name if you want, but you cannot script me, you cannot brainwash me. My prophet used the name Constantinople, therefore I can do it. The Muslim army will conquer Constantinople 7 years after the Great War. So the world of Islam will suddenly wake up. And Muslim governments around the world are going to be moving out. The people will be taking over 7 years after the Great War. When the Muslim army conquers Constantinople, why would it do so? My answer, you may accept it or don't, this is my answer. My answer is we are going to conquer Constantinople so that we can return Hagia Sophia to those to whom it rightfully belongs. I hope these words can reach the government of Turkey. I hope these words can reach the Turkish people, because the Quran prohibits you from taking a Christian cathedral and transforming it into a masjid. Go to the Quran and see. The Muslim has an obligation to fight, if necessary, to protect that cathedral rather than to take it and transform it into a masjid. When we return Hagia Sophia to those to whom it rightfully belongs, and when the name of the city is restored to Constantinople, and when those who have been driven out of their homes, where they lived for thousands of years, Armenian Christians, innocent people who were being oppressed and then driven out and genocide, we say to the Armenian Christians, come back to your homes, come back, let's live as brothers and sisters together in fraternity. That is going to bring about the reconciliation that I'm struggling for, and friendship and alliance between our two peoples. This comes after the Great War.